What's up, guys? The Snowman here, and today I've got my preview for the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. So many things I want to get to regarding these 32nd Summer Olympics. It's one of my favorite times as a sports fan, even though Japan, with a 13-hour time difference from the U.S. East Coast where I'm located, that's going to make it tough, but we're going to go over all the different events and sports that'll be on display in Tokyo, including my top 5 events to watch. I also want to shout out some of the stars of these games, the can't-miss athletes that you must witness make history, and then I also want to take a look at the medal watch as well, which nations are the favorites to bring home the most hardware this summer. And starting off with a few general numbers, very unfortunately 0 spectators at these Olympics as Tokyo entered into a state of emergency back on July 12th. Japan with a very challenging ongoing battle against COVID, just 18% of Japanese people fully vaccinated. So, of course, there's a lot of ongoing COVID factors that we'll have to monitor. Hopefully, though, these games still go through as planned, but we'll have 11,500 total athletes at these games. 51% male, 49% female, 33 different sports being featured at this year's Olympics, 5 of which are making their debuts. We've got surfing for the first time ever, skateboarding, karate, and sports climbing, which is kind of similar to rock climbing. I'm excited for those new events. They'll take place over 42 different venues across the country of Japan. 206 different nations being represented at these games, and how about 339 different events, so 339 gold medals up for grabs across these varying sports and disciplines. There's a little something for everyone when it comes to the Summer Olympics. Taking a closer look at all of these events now, including 18 new ones for this year. Gotta love the aquatics competitions, 49 events in the pool, 37 of those swimming. There's also 8 diving, 2 synchronized swimming, and 2 water polo gold medals up for grabs. 5 archery events, 48 in athletics, that's all your track and field, marathon type medals. Badminton 5, baseball and softball are back for the first time since 2008. 4 events in basketball. There's a brand new 3-on-3 basketball competition this year. Boxing, canoeing, 22 for cycling. That includes BMX and mountain bike. We've got equestrian, fencing, field hockey, football or soccer is a big deal. If you want more Olympic soccer content, please check out my women's soccer preview. We've got golf, 18 gymnastics competitions, 14 of those artistic, 2 rhythmic, and 2 trampoline. Handball is very fun. Judo, karate, and modern pentathlon. Those pentathletes, some of the most impressive athletes you'll ever see. 14 events in rowing, rugby 7, sailing, 15 for shooting. That's split up for 10 in rifle and pistol and 5 in shotgun. The new Olympic sport, skateboarding, has 4 gold medals to compete for, 2 for sports climbing, 2 for surfing. I know very little about surfing, but I'm looking forward to that. Table tennis, I know a bit more about, 5 events there. Taekwondo, a familiar snowman sport in tennis. We've got triathlon, 4 competitions for volleyball, men's and women's beach volleyball, and then men's and women's indoor volleyball, 14 weightlifting events, and wrestling rounds it out. Those are your 33 sports. Now, top 5 sports or disciplines that I'm most looking forward to. Number 5, tennis. Definitely a less than full field. I know Federer, Nadal, Serena, Coco, and countless others, but Djokovic is going to continue to look to make history. Andy Murray trying to defend his back-to-back golds, and Japan's own Naomi Osaka will be the favorite on the women's side. Number 4, track and field. So many good events. You've got the high jump, the shot put, of course, the sprinting and relay races. The legend Usain Bolt may be retired, but we do have American Allison Felix returning for her 5th and final Olympic Games. Number 3, football, specifically the women's soccer for me. The men don't bring their senior teams to the Olympics, but for the women, this is a massive tournament. The USA with 4 golds in the 6 Olympics where they've played women's soccer. However, the Americans were upset in the quarterfinals in Rio against Sweden. Number 2, gymnastics. Maybe I like the gymnastics so much because it's the discipline that I could least likely see myself competing in. It's difficult not to be enamored and impressed with the strength, flexibility, body control from those athletes. An American has won the all-around gold 4 Olympics in a row with 4 different women now. Patterson, Lukin, Douglas, and Biles. And number one, my favorite event to watch, swimming. I just feel like swimming has become the premier event at the Summer Olympics. Maybe it used to be more about track and field, but certainly with Michael Phelps' dominance in the 21st century, swimming's profile has risen exponentially. They've put it in prime time. It's extremely captivating. Just so many stars to keep an eye on with the aquatics. And speaking of stars, there's a multitude of can't-miss athletes that'll be competing in Tokyo, from Carissa Moore in surfing to Luka Doncic on the basketball court, from Caleb Dressel and Katinka Hotsu in the pool to Brady Ellison's quest for archery gold. So many incredible candidates, but these are my top 6 athletes to watch out for at these Olympics. And starting at 6, he's the number 1 table tennis player in the world, Fan Zhengdong, the favorite to win the gold medal in men's singles. China has dominated table tennis since it was added to the Olympics in 1988, winning 28 of 32 gold medals. So Fan looking to add to that incredible legacy. Number 5 is skateboarder Sky Brown, who's set to become Great Britain's youngest Olympian of all time at the age of just 13 and a few days. She'll be competing in park skateboarding. Basically, you've got 45 seconds to do as many jaw-dropping and death-defying mid-air stunts as you can. Big-time kudos to Brown. Number 4 is a Dane, Mikkel Hansen. Hansen, the star of Denmark's handball team, which has won the last 2 world championships and the Olympic gold in Rio. Handball is must-see. There's not a more prolific scorer than Hansen. Fantastic head of hair on the Scandinavian as well. Number 3 on my list, 34-year-old Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, the sprinter from Jamaica. Unfortunately, we don't get to see her go head-to-head versus Sha'Carri Richardson, but Fraser-Pryce bidding to be the first woman with 3 golds in the 100-meter dash. She already has 2 from 2008 and 2012. Number 2 is the queen of the pool, Katie Ledecky, the world record holder in the 400, 800, and 1500 meter freestyle events. I'd be shocked if she doesn't win gold in all 3 of those competitions. Ledecky's coming off a performance in Rio where she won 4 Olympic golds and a silver. Her resume already in rare air. And the number 1 athlete to watch in Tokyo is none other than the American gymnast Simone Biles, somehow still getting better at age 24. Already perhaps the greatest gymnast of all time. 4 golds and a bronze in Rio. This summer she'll go for 5 golds, including defending her all-around gold from 2016. Biles can do things in a gym that nobody else can dream of, and if she performs up to par in Tokyo, she may just cement her status on the all-time Olympic Mount Rushmore alongside names like Phelps, Bolt, and Owens. In terms of some overall medal odds, no surprise the USA is the heavy favorite in terms of both getting the most overall medals and the most gold medals. The US projected to win about 112, 113 total medals. China's right behind them, but their over-under drops to about 86. You see the Russian Olympic Committee, Great Britain, the host Japan, and Australia round out the top 6. And pretty similar odds when you look at the most gold medals for these games. The U.S. again at the top of the list, projected to pick up about 44 golds. And those numbers definitely reflected when you look at recent Olympic history. These are the medal tables from the past 4 Olympics: 2016 top left, 2012 top right, Beijing 2008 in the bottom left, and then Athens 2004 in the bottom right. China did win more golds in 2008 when it was in their home nation in Beijing, but otherwise you can see it's a whole lot of USA. In 2016, the medal count wasn't particularly close. We'll see if the other contending nations can shrink the gap this summer, but I'm ready for an extremely fun 2+ weeks. Opening ceremony scheduled for Friday, July 23rd, and we wrap up Sunday, August 8th. And thank you so much for watching my comprehensive Olympic preview. Please leave a comment. Let me know what events you're most looking forward to, what athletes you're excited to watch. But thanks a lot. If you want more sports content, though, please subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media, and thanks a lot. Cheers.